What's good? What's good, baby? I know I said I was not gonna go live on Tuesday night, and here I am live on Tuesday night. Now, you might be wondering to yourself, why is this the case? I wonder myself the same thing, honestly. I don't know how I get myself into these situations, personally. It just kind of happens. Sometimes the go live button really does just click itself. You know? Holy guacamole. I know, dude. I fucking lied. I lied, okay? I said I was not... Well, because truth be told, you could see the stuff behind me. I can go to full cam mode. I spent a lot of today setting up recording for the... I wish I can show you guys. Actually, maybe I can with shitty cam. Yeah, baby! Alright, wait. So, like, I set up my recording for the what's it called? For the you know, Kirby Air Ride joint, right? But this is a terrible angle, by the way. I never use shitty cam, but I like shitty cam. It's fun. So I set up my recording today for the Kirby Air Ride thing, and I was like, I don't know. I stopped feeling it, which is always bad because you never know if you want to, like, if it's like, oh, should I wait until I feel better or should I just push through it? Like, that is an endless debate that I think every creative has, you know? I think Coco Squid, I think you're way too confident in your answer, and I think you're not open-minded. You see, we're having this is an open-minded stream. You'd be surprised on how deep Pokemon is. Like, you're just so sure that Delibird has no niche in every single Pokemon spin-off. You're aware that we're counting spin-offs because you're talking about the TCG. You just think Delibird is completely useless in every game. Every single conceivable game. I just find that to be so close-minded. So close-minded. What the fuck is that light in there? Why'd you say that like that? That's a ring light. So anyway, I was supposed to record tonight a lot of the talking head stuff for Kirby Air Ride, but I think I want to change how that script's looking, and because I'm taking my time on that video, I actually have the time to do that. It feels so good not to be rushing. So, yeah, I have time to stream that. I still wanted to do something productive because I fucking pussied out today, so we're gonna continue our theological and theological and professional journey, I guess, for lack of a better word, through this hellhole. Okay, it's Wugtrio. I think Wugtrio is a very good guest. Actually, I think Wugtrio. I think Delibird is very obtuse. I think Delibird is very obtuse. Delibird isn't useless in Pokemon Sleep. Okay. Okay. Thought for a second that it was a completely different room because the camera doesn't have an orange tint. I don't really know why. Here, wait, let me see something. I kind of like it. I like warm lighting. We can auto white balance it. I think it's just the lights. Yeah, this is like regular white. So this is like a this is my camera with normal white balancing. I think it's just the lighting that I used here. I kind of like it. I like warm lighting. It's cozier, you know. It's cozy. Unless it looks terrible, then you guys can tell me that. But I think it looks cozy. It's like we're in Mexico in what's it called? In Breaking Bad. All right. So I've done a lot of research, but I want to make this up front. I want to make sure we're by the books. I want to make sure everyone here. I want to make sure with my research there is like this is like a peer-reviewed study, right? Like you guys can see the process. There's accountability, right? There's a huge amount of accountability. So I talked to Nexus a little bit the night after the first stream, and he sent me this post on Smogon, which is the unofficial website for competitive singles 6v6 in particular. And this is the last post regarding viability and Let's Go Pikachu OU, because there was some discrepancy whether or not the OU mons, because there was two different sources on OU viability. This seems to be the last one, the one that I'm showing off right here. So Dugtrio Alola, regardless, was always good in Let's Go Pikachu OU, so we have them crossed off here. But Alolan Executor is finally been crossed off from this list, as well as Poliwrath. I'm not sure if you saw from the last video, but I think, or stream rather, we had not crossed off. We crossed off Politoed because it's a Drizzle setter. But Poliwrath's actually very good in Let's Go Pikachu OU. To what degree it does things, I am not entirely sure. But we just know that that's the case, right? Because out of the, like, 200 Pokemon that you could theoretically use, I know it's 151, but we're counting Megas. It's Let's Go Pikachu OU. I think anyone on this list as viability is a fine choice, right? So, Venomoth is going to get circled off. That was a mon I was kind of worried about because I feel like Metavolt has to have some uses here and there. It's like a very solid mon with Tinted Lens and Quiver Dance. Omastar! I think we already have Omastar because he's good in rotation battles. Electrode, I think we do not have crossed off yet. No, we do. We do. Electrode's crossed off. That's excellent. That's fantastic. Using battle or overworld effects. We'll get there when we get there. I have a methodology. I have methods here. I'm trying to make sure we have everybody here. I think it's fascinating that Nidoqueen is a lot better than Nidoking. And Let's Go Pikachu OU. I would like to actually figure that out. That sounds like an interesting prospect, right? Because Nidoking, not to be a Mr. Misogynist, you know, but I feel like Nidoking, it's not misogyny actually, this is just true. Nidoking just performs better. I think I have like an Erm section. No, this will be my Erm section. All right, cool. So Nidoqueen better than Nidoking in Let's Go Pikachu Eevee OU. I don't know. I think things like that are interesting. This franchise has gotten so expansive, right? I think it's neat to learn these things, you know? My theory is that Nidoking without Life Orb is not as valuable as Nidoking with higher bulk. That could be true. That could be true. Maybe Nidoqueen is just a better hazard setter because hazards are like Giga OP in this format. Beedrill has finally gotten crossed off because Mega Beedrill is in fact very good in Let's Go Pikachu OU. Krabby and Kingler actually have a shout, which is very interesting because they're not really good in other places. And I believe that is it. Well, actually, Nidoqueen's not that much better than Nidoking. Like, I mean, they're just one tier apart. But B to C is a pretty big gap, I think. There's no items in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. That's correct. That is correct. There's also no hazard removal. So that is Let's Go updates. Now, one thing I wanted to talk about is Pokemon Go. My lovely buddy Numnexus sent me... This is not... Oh shit, that's just not the right... Wait, I thought this was... What? What the hell? Okay. We have an extremely good source here tonight. The source is... This is gonna get a little crazy. So, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Not Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Pokemon Go. Kind of same thing, I guess. Let me change up the display real quick, actually. That's incorrect. Holy shit. There's a lot to manage here in terms... There we go. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah. So... There's a lot more than meets the eye when it comes to Pokemon Go. In the last stream, I went off that one tier list. Someone in the comment section talked about how they're a pretty reputable creator when it comes to Pogo, but this seems to be like very empirical and professional. I kind of trust this website. I don't have much info on pvpoke.com if anyone could give me the tech, but I feel like, I mean, this is pretty fucking thorough. You know? Are we still on meta? We're gonna be here for a while, baby. We're gonna be here for a while. I think meta is really important because these are empirical. Like, these are like community ranked things. You know? There's Shadow Pokemon and Pokemon Go. Yeah, get with the times, baby. What's up, Anamo? But, here are the top mons in Great League, and there are other leagues that we're going through as well. So, Furret, I believe, top 3 for Furret is immaculate. Furret fans, you can rejoice. Your golden boy is not useless. Keep in mind, Great League is the official competitive Pokemon format. All right, we do have Wigglytuff. Licky. My only fear is that there's a Pokemon on that tier list that we crossed off that should not have been, right? Because I wouldn't really have any way of knowing. Drapion, we already have crossed off. Fortress, Feraligatr. I think Gator we crossed off because of BDSP. Corsola, Galarian, but not Cursula. I think that should be checked off as well. That song's so good. I just played The Weight of Calm. I love that shit. I think they have a DPS simulator to account for all matches without taking consideration of shields. Don't quote me on that. That's interesting. Wouldn't being a Shadow Pokemon also make them not useless because they have a purpose in the gimmick, and also Shadow Pokemon can be used for some pretty important stuff? I would need to explain that. Well, if every Pokemon's allowed to be Shadow, then no. Because it's about choosing. It's like, yes, every Pokemon has a use, obviously, but for example, here's my philosophy, right? In speedruns, right? If you choose an optimal starter, I'm counting that as a use. But say in the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee speedrun, you use Pikachu. It's kind of like, and you have no other Pokemon to choose from, right? I know this is not the case. I can't think of a better example, actually. But the point is, it's about options more so than it is about like, this has a use, right? Because every Pokemon can kind of do something. You can make the argument in a very like philosophical sense. You can always make that claim, but we're trying to be like, okay, well, like, why would I use this if this is right there? You know, if this is right there. So it depends on, I don't know how Pogo works. Like, there's gonna be a lot of interviews with experts for this video. I'm just really the guy that knows somebody. Oh, huge discovery. Annihilate might be one of the most meta Pokemon out there. He's good at everything. Actually good at everything. Let me do this real quick, guys. Let me make this bigger. There we go. Yeah. It's crazy how good Annihilate is at everything. He's used... If Annihilate's in a game, they're using that. Is TCG going to count? Near the end. I'm trying to do the simple and easy stuff first. If we start with TCG, it'd be like crazy. You know? Malamar is in the top 21. I don't think we have that. We do have that crossed off. Very cool. Celio, Weezingala. And that's another Weezingala. Dusclops. No Dusknoir, though, but I'm pretty sure he is crossed off. Clodsire, we have him crossed off. Fortress, Sableye. But I think Sableye should be crossed off regardless. Okay, Stunfisk is crossed off. Yup. Blastoise, Dusknoir, we have Lapras, Medicham. Guzzlord's crossed off. Politoed, Cradildus. We have Cradily crossed off. Excellent. Oranguru should be crossed off. Quagsire, I think you finally got your chance. Yes, you did. Steelix. Swalot, you made the cut, bud. Congratulations. How, if at all, are we going to consider contests and musicals? Musicals, I don't think are a thing. Contests, I would have to see if there is an actual meta, but that's later down the line. Swalot is useful. I'm very happy about that. Fun fact, Charjabug's actually good. I don't think this is the last time we will see Charjabug being decent at something, which is fascinating to me, at least. What's your cutoff number for this Go list? So, it is going to be pretty arbitrary. This part's not empirical, but what do we think? Like top 50? I feel like should be fine, right? I mean, I feel like... I mean, there's maybe the score. Maybe by the score. That's the problem, is there's definitely a knowledge gap here in terms of, like, what's to be counted. 50 is top 5%. You dare imply Meganium's useless? Me, when I have an inability to read the thumbnail, to say that he's goated, literally in bold text. Like, I don't know what else you want from me. But sure. Like, that's you, I guess. Top 50. Greeting, guys! LLC! You made it, baby! I mean, Pokemon Unite was probably going to save his ass anyway. Greedent is chalked off. Sandslash Alolan You have been spared. I guess you already were. And Bastiodon, which is a beautiful mon to stop, I think. Already crossed off. Cool. I would say above 85 score. I think I agree. I was thinking about the score as well. It just seems like a good, like top 10 scores. You know, I mean, we could also fact check this with like regional performances, right? Here, I'll write down a list for myself. This will be like things to do. Check Pogo usage. Watch tournament footage to see if the niche guys get used. I feel like we have to false swipe game in this stuff. I think tentatively for now though, I do like. Yeah, I like top 85 score. I think that sounds like a good idea. I mean, it is a very arbitrary number for sure, but I think there's like merit to that. Kingdra, Shelgon has a shout here, which I think is beautiful. Another Wheezing Gala. Auroris. You have your time to shine, my darling. You have your time to shine. Where the fuck's Auroris? There we go. Aurora's getting crossed off before Tyrantrum actually feels kind of unholy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I used to know a guy obsessed with TCG and a guy who was like a same over Unite. I got Unite people. I got Unite people for sure. Have you ever played Poppy Playtime? No. I really like Pikmin videos. Thank you. I appreciate that. Don, do you have any beliefs of it? Of it of what? I love your stuff. Always makes me smile after a long day. Oh, that's very nice. Thank you. Aurora's felt so terrible to use in ZA. Why? I also love your voice. That's really kind of you. That's really kind of you. Thank you. Dondozo's crossed off. Moltres G is crossed off. Ninetales again. Drapion for Alligator. Gastrodon's crossed off. Malamar slacking. Sea King! Wait, 85 might be too much. 85 might be way too much. Yeah, that's like 200 mons right there. Never mind. Where's Auroris? Yeah, we'll get Aurora there. And then I think Grumpig I crossed off because of that guy's tier list, and we're now going to like revoke that. Poor Grumpig, that makes me sad. Auroris is a good meteor beamer, and a Garchomp check is nice, but being weak to everything that breeds is extremely very You might want to play Poppy's Playtime. It's actually the most popular horror game I've ever seen. It would be amazing. Trust me. What merits do I have to trust you? I think I want to stop. I think stopping at 50 is fine. Again, I'd have to do a little bit more research. I feel like I don't know. Like I think we stop at 50, note who's the top 100, and then see which stragglers make it into like tournament play and whatnot. So there's also Ultra League, which is still its own league, but it's not the official format, but I feel like the fact that it's quantified, unless someone in chat wants to tell me that unless someone wants to tell me like, oh, like don't bother with Ultra League and Master League and shit, I think it's worth checking up on. Because they're, you know, they seem like to be their own, like unofficial or not, you know. Like a week ago. That's why the tier was outdated. Oh. I'm gonna see anybody if there's anybody in Ultra League that's good. It's not looking like much. For Virizion, I think we actually already have you cross. Virizion's 15 in Pogo. Okay. Licky tough. I want it to be known. Annihilate also in top 25 in this league as well. I don't know. I don't know. Togekiss, Zygarde, Ludicolo. I think we already have crossed off. Kingdra, we already have crossed off. Giratina, Alter, Garatina. Walrein still good here. Turtonator! I've seen law. Turtonator. Turtonator. Bro, I hate Turtonator. Turtonator. Fuck Turtonator, bro. Gross ass mon. We see a belly bolt. All right, doesn't matter. It's already crossed off. Mandibuzz, I think I already did cross off. I remember going on a rant about how I thought this thing would be crossed off earlier. There is a Toucanon, which we already crossed off. Annihilate again, by the way. Samurott. Is this the first time regular Samurott has done something? I think so. Yup. Read it and weep. Regular Samurott has been crossed off before the Tepig line. That's crazy. Insane. Wait. It doesn't even matter. Aurora's is top 50 in Ultra League anyway. We're back. We're so back. Let's go. What's up, Jace? And then Aurora's is better than Mewtwo. Yeah, it's Pogo for you. I don't know. Let's see if there's any guys who are missing. Toucanon, Koffagrigus at 53. He like just missed the cut, but I'm pretty sure Kofag's already been crossed off. How am I missing him? He's like a bit, yeah. Golisopod, I don't think you've been crossed off. That's like the next highest guy. Gen 7. No, you have not. Runarigus definitely has it. All right, these are all guys to keep in mind. For sure. And then we're going to go to the master rank real quick. I feel like... I don't think anyone here... It seems like it's like the Ubers of Pokemon Go. We'll see if Annihilate shows up again. But right now, all these mons should be... Oh, look at that. Even in Ubers, Annihilate is fucking top 50 because he's a goat. Hydreigon. Have you been crossed off yet? You have. Alright, cool. T-Tar, Keldeo, Latias. Okay, yeah, this is not even worth looking into. All these guys are fantastic. Now I don't really know what these are, if they're worth looking into. Kanto Cup just seems like Kanto Mons. Are these all like battle formats that you can choose if you want to PvP your friend? Like, what is the Devon Equinox Cup? Like, none of this sounds real. Are these all just flying types? No, there's a Ninetales. Are seasonal metas? So do we think we should count them? Do they seem real? No, don't bother with those. The other ones I have no clue. These all sound fucking Looney Tunes shit. They're very niche. They are listed, though. Is it the same level as Regs and Scarvy? I don't know. I'm unbeknownst. I'm unbeknownst. You have to check, like, every meta ever, and it would be, like, 100 plus metas. Really? Okay. I trust you. I trust 6 past 5 rings of my life, because they know their shit. Alright, that seems to be Pogo. It did cross off some guys. But I feel like we'll put this in blue because blue means it's like kind of done, but I need to do more work. How do I change the color? Oh, wait, I need to do this. There we go. Same with Pokken. Guys, I did a lot of research. Okay, I did a lot of research. We're getting to some crazy territories here, okay? Let's do Legends ZA. Why? I'm a liar. I don't want to do Legends ZA. Let's do Pokemon Masters, actually. This one should be pretty easy. We can get rid of this link now. Bye-bye. So, this resource was provided by 6 past 5 rings. It seems to be pretty legit. However, the tier list does claim, like, hey, this is just a consensus between a bunch of, like, good players. You should engage with the game with yourself to have, like, finite opinions on, like, what's really good. Me? I'm not doing that. So, yeah. We're just gonna tier list. We're just gonna look at fucking tier list. And then if I interview people and I get more insight from doing that, then that would be lovely. But, for now, I'm looking at these fucking tier lists, baby. I'm looking at these fucking tier lists, bro. I'm going on the tier list. So Pokemon Masters EX, I have no idea how this game works at all. But what I do know is that it's weird. And we're gonna need to zoom in a lot to look at these fucking small ass symbols, because it shows you the characters more so than the Pokemon. It might be really small for you guys. So there's 3 categories for Pokemon Masters. There's damage dealers, there is hybrid, and I think there's utility. This will be the part of the video where it cuts to me talking to somebody that actually knows shit. I don't. I talked to our resident 6 paths 5 rings in DMs, and they recommended to go like B it up. Uber and S are like fantastic. A is good. B is like those weird niche scenarios. And this should cross off a lot of guys. A lot of guys. So I'm also going to need your guys' help in deciphering what the fuck some of these mons are. So if we go to damage dealer, we'll notice that Onix is the 3rd best damage dealer. Because that fucking checks out. We have Charizard, Starmie, Onix. I have no idea who this mon is. This looks like Lunala. It's the protagonist from Sun and Moon. Can we ban the Poppy Playtime guy? How many of your chat members like Poppy Playtime and would like to see you play it? Ask them and see how many say yes. Okay, I will. Does anyone want to watch me play Poppy Playtime? Dustwings, got it. All right, we got 1 no, we got 2 no, we got 3 no, 4 no, 5 no, 6 no, 7 no, 8 no. Okay, cool. I'm glad we got that out of the way. Chat, you've made me proud. You made me so fucking proud. Has Petra been crossed off yet? It has. All right. So, whether or not this tier list is super accurate, I feel like if you're in the Ubers range, you really can't argue with that. And I do see Iron Leaves up here. It's got to be good at something. Iron Leaves got to be good at something, right? So Iron Leaves is finally crossed off. I know Sean is super hype about that. Sean's going bananas. He's like, fuck yeah, dude. My favorite Paradox Legendary is crossed off. We have Pidgeot crossed off. I'm pretty sure this is Pidgeot unevolved. Or, like, it's Pidgeot itself. It doesn't, like, you don't start with Pidgey. I'm pretty sure. 2 Charizards in Uber. What an asshole. I think we have our first Lurantis. No, Lurantis has definitely been checked off before. For, like, VGC stuff. Yeah. Lurantis, Lilligant, Hisui. I think that's Lickitung. With its mouth closed. That's horrifying. Sylveon. Another Why? This mon's an ass. How many Charizards are in this fucking game? Jesus. Armarouge. Victini. We got Poison type chick from Gen 8. I believe that's the first Glowbro sighting. That's Quag? Oh, is it Shiny Quag? Are there Shinies in this game? That's tough. Cool. Oh, I guess they're... Yeah, Solgaleo and Kyogre right there. Moltres, Galar, Magearna, Pikachu, Porygon Z. I think Porygon Z's checked off, right? That'd be embarrassing if you're not. You are cool. Yo, camera up's there, bro. I know Sean's hype, bro. I know Sean's in that. Right. Oh, hell yeah, baby. Oh, hell yeah. Yo, Bede would have Iron Valiant. Wait a minute. That is good casting right there. I'd give that an Oscar. Koraidon, Zora, Kasui, Zacian Crown, a Volcanion. There's a lot of legendaries. King Gambit. This punk-ass middle schooler's got a fucking King Gambit? Bro, what is this game? Charizard number 8, Zygarde. Sim is here! Hey, we got the least popular Pokemon ever is good for something. Yo, look at this sprite. Hang on. Bro. What is this sprite? He's like, yeah, I just pissed myself. What's up, bro? That's crazy. Yeah, that's exactly what he's saying, too. Steven's got a Deoxys. That's arrogant. This fucking guy's got a Heracross. Sure. Who are these characters, bro? What is this? This game feels fucking fake. Scovillain? Oh, no! Oh, Scovillain's already crossed off? Scovillain's got a lot of motion. Nihilego, I think we crossed it off already. Yup. Jumpluff, we already crossed off. That's crazy. Caparage! I think that's the first time we have Caparage. 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 Kappa fucking Raj, baby. Caparage. Stinkaton, Crobat. Dragonite. Yo! This is why Sui, that's my goat. Glaceon, yo, Glaceon, if I learn one thing, it is that Glaceon has way more... Glaceon in spin-offs is that bitch. Main game, spin-offs, it's taking names. Way more than Leafeon. I don't think we've ever crossed off Leafeon yet. Espeon, Ursaluna, Garchomp, Toxtricity, Regigigas. That is Genesect. I don't know how you got your hands on that. Sure. Rayquaza, Lunala, Farigiraf, Marshadow, Celesteela, Suicune, Braviary, Hisui. I don't know if we have that already. Oh, we don't. All right. That's actually really excellent because I feel like Braviary Hisui did not deserve to be left there. And now it's gone. I've seen Skullbash, Leafeon, and ZA. Leafeon is uber utility, I think. In singles, you might need to fact check that one. Actually, I see a Leafeon on this very list for damage dealing, so... And it's A tier, like, it's pretty solid. Gardevoir, is that Cynthia with Komodo? Crazy stuff. Volcarona, Silvally, I don't think's been crossed off yet, actually. Okay, that's really good. Because he was never useless, let's be honest. So many fucking legendaries. Jesus, jeez. Quaxley, I'm pretty sure if they have a starter, that means it can evolve. Aerodactyl, Rhydon, Charizard number 9. Is that Leon with another god? What the hell's happening? This guy really loves his fucking Charizard. Yeah, Darmg, baby. Darmg. Candace with a Darmg. That's tough. I think this is the first Sigilif that we're crossing off. I don't know why Olympus, or whatever her fucking name is Sigilif, but sure. Keldeo. Is it Iona with Fluttermane? Why not cross out Type Null as well? So technically, this version of Silvally does not evolve from Type Null. The reason why we cross off, say, like, Dragapult, because Dreepy is useful because then it can evolve into Dragapult. Silvally, this version of Silvally doesn't come from a Type Null. You just get Silvally. It's on a game-by-game basis. Because Iona uses Terramis Magius and Scarvy? Okay, wait, that's actually sick. You wrote me back in. That's actually way tougher than I could even... That's giga tough. That's too smart for me, actually. All right, we got our first Leafeon. Good job, Erica. You did it. Thank God. What's funny is I shit on Leafeon. I love doing this, by the way. Leafeon's my favorite evolution. Okay. I knew you'd about that, but I think that principle's correct. Because it's very systematic, right? Every Pokemon that I've crossed off, I can make a case for. With Type Null, you're gonna say, so you're saying Type Null is useful because it evolves into Silvally, who's good in Pokemon Masters EX, a game where you can't get Type Null. It's like geometry. We gotta write a proof. We're writing proofs here, baby. We're writing proofs. As I was saying, I love rage baiting. And that's the end of the sentence. I love rage baiting. Because Leafeon's my favorite evolution. Maybe tied with Jolteon. I shit on it on my short. And everyone's like, dude, why would you fucking make fun of the mod that I like? And I'm like, get fucked, idiot. I'm so happy that I don't care less about this subject than you. Rapidash Galar. Rapidash Gala. Rapidash Gala. Wheezing Gala. But it's Rapidash Gala. I love Leafeon too. It's okay to like bad bonds. Like, you don't have to shit and piss everywhere. But short commenters, they just don't get it. Zekrom, Eternatus, Ho-Oh. Duraludon? What? Sharpedo! You're getting crossed off, baby. Where's the Sharpedo? Where's the fucking Sharpedo? Where is he? How is that I think that's pretty foolproof. Wait, I need to find my like weird I have a weird shit category, and I just remembered in Oras, Sharpedo surfs faster than that's a use. I'm not crossing it off yet. What the fuck is this layout? Shut up. Dude, we're doing a research project. It has to be disorganized. Actually, I could... Nah, we're fine, actually. I could probably do this. Is it a Cosmog? No, can evolve. Read the description. Wait, we've been using the Master's tier list? The idea is we're going through every possible Pokemon game. I think it's utterly fascinating because there's so much. Like, I think it's like, why would you go through all the spin-offs? Think about it. There could be a Pokemon out there that is useless in every single incarnation. Isn't that crazy? What is Tokay? Explain. Where's Zebstrika? Zebstrika, you fucking did it. You fucking did it. You crossed off, baby. The crowd's going wild. Pidgeot, Shiny Diancie, Houndoom, Eevee, Bouffalant! Oh, no. Bouffalante. Yo, Pokemon Masters out here straight up saving Mons, bro. Saving Mons. I think I crossed off Houndoom earlier. I had to have. I did not. All right, good job, bud. And it's definitely not Tropius. Dude, it might be Tropius. Pokemon Shuffle. I haven't even touched Shuffle yet. I don't even know if there's a meta. I found out in Pokemon Pinball, the Pokemon have no use, so we can skip that spinoff. I'm very happy about that. I'm pretty sure they don't do anything. Unless I ask Nexus and he tells me, but Nexus has a tendency. Sometimes he says things that are on the forefront of his mind, and then I research it, and I don't think he's as correct as he thinks he is. He's very excitable with his information. All right, we got a shiny Serena. Serena. Who is this guy, and what is that, a Scavalier? There is a meta in Shuffle. Yo, I found out there is Pokemon Sleep Discourse. I am unfazed by everything. Okay, I am unfazed. I am unfazoned. My partner claims it, and she's hot, sexy, and awesome. I can bring her in. Dude, if she's nice with it, I would love to chit-chat. Give it a little chit-chat about it. I'm looking for any sources of wisdom. A Scavalier, where is he? Oh, he was already crossed off. Good for you, bud. Poliwrath, Surfetched, big boys. Pokemon Unite would have crossed this guy off regardless, but that's okay. Farfetch will get to you later. Unfezant is crossed off before Emboar. Dude, we gotta find Emboar being good at something. This is getting bad. As an Emboar enjoyer, I'm feeling the pressure right now. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. I think I saw an Electivire. Kilowattrel. I guess Uni might be the bus. I mean, we already crossed off Kilowattrel. I think that was a battle spot cross off. Gallade, Hitmontop. You should be crossed off because I know you're good in certain VGCs. Yep. Electivire is finally crossed off. Magmortar is still chilling. Shut this shit down right now. It's getting bad. It's getting bad. Kilowatts was good in regulation HVGC. I don't think it was on the tier list. The little next season ZA ranked only allows mons with new megas. Maybe Ember can have a niche then. Maybe. Louis told me you needed someone knowledgeable about spin-offs. Oh, for sure. I mean, if you want to right now, I was gonna like find your Discord information, but it's I welcome your presence here at any time. Any friend of Lumi's a friend of me, baby. I didn't even know you had a partner. That's crazy. Good for you. Let's see. Unlike me, who lies about having a partner. Turnator again. These are dark times we're living in. Dark times. Tyrantrum is finally crossed off. That makes me happy. And it makes me happy. Emor is there in A- tier, by the way. Did I miss them? I did. Oh, we do have Emor. How did I miss them? Because this list is really hard to keep track of. All right, Emor is crossed off. That's good. Thanks, Hilda, whatever your name is. Hilbert. Hillspurt. I'm gonna throw up looking at this list for too long. I don't know, man. I don't know. Tyrantrum, I gotta cross you off. Fop. You get Tepig? That's the only thing is I don't know who evolves. All right, so if you start with Tepig, they're all chilling then. Thank you. I guess I'll have to look into that more. I guess if it's a trainer with a starter that's fully evolved, I guess we could assume, right? Like, I don't really know. Tyrantrum, Reuniclus, we should already have you crossed off. My precious little gumdrop. Darling. Calyrex. Gengar. Sprigatito. Crook. Dreadnought. Big Dreadnought, boys. Dreadnought Gaming, baby. Dreadnought Gaming. Who loves some Dreadnought Gaming? I think this is a big one because Absol, I think even Absol enjoyers will admit to you that Absol's actually kind of shit, but it looks really cool. But congrats, Absol's not useless. We can rejoice. Drift Blimp. I think Big Blimpy has been crossed off. For sure. What's up, Dealmaker? How you doing? I will point that out. Only 4? It's crazy. Alpharez Paga right now. Yeah, if he ever watches this, that'd be cool. I already have Big Blimpy. Galissapod. God, that's hard to navigate. I want to keep everything on the same screen. But Wimpod is not. But that'll probably change with megas and shit, right? I mean, this video is gonna be like backlogged for a while. Crab! Yo, Nexus has height, bro. He's punching the air. Crabrawler's not, but Crabominable is for sure. I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna do this video until Champions comes out because I feel like he's gonna be a monster in BGC. I can smell it. I think Miss Magius might be crossed off. Yep, Miss Magius, you are B-. You barely cut it out. Levani. We are getting a lot from Masters. Masters is kind of crazy with it, I'm not gonna lie. Lycanroc, Midnight. All the Lycanrocs are done. Tauros, Aqua Breed, or Tauros, I'm sorry, the Tauros Combat Breed is still there. But all the Lycanrocs have some sort of use, some sort of niche, some sort of purpose. Small ass Mawile is last. All right. That's the end of the damage dealer thing. Does being useful in Pokemon Go count? Yeah, we already did a lot of the Pogo guys. Wait, we're playing Champions? I mean, I'm not playing it, but I'm definitely using it. Okay, these are the hybrid mons. Absol is B+ here. That cements it, which is cool. Garatina, Typhlosion, Asui, Lugia, Kyurem, Shiny, Hydrapple, Pikachu, Sudowoodo. Someone has to explain that to me right now. And he's in... No. I don't want this to get twisted. I don't want to get it twisted. It's not an S. It's not an A. Sudowoodo is an uber Pokemon. Let's discuss. Let us rejoice. Thundurus. Can someone tell me what the fuck this is? Is that Moltres? Why does she have Moltres? Growlithe. Oh, is that green? I guess that thing's green. Growlithe Hisui. Oh my god, Ball Guy's in here with Electrode Hisui. That's fucking beautiful. Greninja, T-Tar. I think it's shiny T-Tar. Yo, I just realized that's the rock type trainer in Sword and Shield. They give him a Golden Go? That's tough. Golden Go, and he's gonna want all the hoes. Electrode Hisui, I believe you're already crossed off. Dragonite, Puke Green Groudon, Leafeon, Zoroark, Pignite! Oh my god, I need to play Masters right now for the sole purpose that Pignite is like an S+ tier Pokemon in some capacity. These are beautiful times we're living in. We've unlocked a good timeline. Glaceon, once again, being good as shit in every spin-off. Same with Ludicolo, Marshtomp, Landorus Eye. Bax, Shiny Prim, Thundurus Incarnate, Tornadus Incarnate, Garbodor. I actually think this might be the first Garbodor encounter that we have. Thank you for life-changing Super Mario 64 Nuzlocke. The fact that you call it life-changing means the world to me. Thank you so much for the donation as well and the kind words. Really appreciate it. All right, let's get Garbodor off this joint. I hate the strange Pokemon. I mean, I think it's fine that you hate him, but I love him. I think he's hilarious. But he is kind of like if someone's like I hate him, I'm like I totally get why you'd hate him. For Pokemon 1000, you'd want something cooler. But I don't know. To me, I just like I associate him with hip hop. Whenever I think of Golden Go, I just think of him with pictures of like Drake and shit. You know, this was before he was outed. Spiritomb, I think, is Spiritomb crossed off yet? Spiritomb actually kind of makes me angry. I think like I dislike very, very few Pokemon. I think once you do like Draft League and competitive, you actually, here's my thing. There's always a big discourse between like casual fans and competitive fans. Here's my defense of competitive fans. I think as a casual fan, not to put everyone, I think both are valid. Both are valid. And in defense of casual fans, before I critique the casual fans, I will say this. This is a fucking kid's game. You're totally allowed to just play it, turn your brain off, and like have a good time. For sure. Like that's how I play the mainline games. I just sweat when it comes to competitive. But I will say this. I feel like there's intricacies with Pokemon designs that go over a lot of casual fans' head because they just kind of look at the designs itself. But with competitive fans, you kind of like learn their kit and learn like, oh wait, they're designed in a way where they kind of embody this strategy or this idea. Spiritomb pisses me off because I feel like everyone's like, oh, he's got like no weaknesses. He's unkillable. Why did he get that reputation? I get that before Generation 6, he had no weakness. Why him and not Sableye? Like, do you know how many, like, when I did that one Demi fight where it was, like, give a Pokemon any ability, there were so many comments that said Spiritomb with Wonder Guard. And I'm like, okay, first off, how is that different than Sableye with Wonder Guard? Second, if you only have one weakness being Fairy, how is that different than any Mono Electric type that has Wonder Guard? Because Cynthia, I think it's less about Cynthia, more the fact that it's this really, like, hard Pokemon to come across, right? It's got like, the whole like 108 mythology and you have to like go to the underground and interact with like 60 billion people at the same time. But I feel like it's just like you grant the world so much more misinformation. Why, Lumi, why'd you say no with a period? You know, Spiritomb's bad anyway. And at the end of the day, it's a bad Pokemon. For being a hard battle, it is a hard battle. I agree. I guess you do fight a high-level Spiritomb as a champion fight. It's got no weakness, and in a game where it's kind of like on a casual sense, it's rock paper scissors. It does pose a problem, but his HP's so low, you know. Torrente, Diancie, Simipour. Wait, no, Simisage. Oh my glob, Sweet Lou, dude. Why do all the monkeys look like they just got a lobotomy? What the fuck they do to you? You're supposed to be the cool one, man. Your eyes are so far apart, they're about to touch your ears. Simipour's the only one whose sprite's looking fine. If Cynthia and BDSP wasn't made to be BS, then she would not be a hard fight. I haven't played like Platinum and whatever for a while. I had a niche in early Black and White 1 to counter Deoxys speed. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I did not know that. I did not know that. Where was I? Spiritomb, Torrentade, Diancie, Simipour, Solgaleo, Steelix, that's shiny. Wielded by Child, Torterra. Wait. Does this Torterra evolve? I think that's every final evolution of a starter. Oh, wait. There is one. There is one. There is one that we're missing. No Megadium rep. No Megadium rep. Is Megadium useless? I guess we'll have to see. I guess we'll have to find out, won't we? Maybe the Don knows something that you don't. Empoleon, Larvest. She got Raging Bolt. Granbull? Granddad! Alright, Granbull. You made the cut, kid. Congrats. Congrats. Hey, congratamundo. Hey, fuck you. Fuck you. Games being added to Unite. Good for them. I love Megadium. Bro, why would you make fun of Megadium? I love Megadium. Guys, I think if you love something, you should be critical of it. That's real love. So you ignore all the flaws and you're like, oh, I love this thing. Yeah, it's fucking healthy. That's fucking healthy. Me, I love something to the point where I want it to be a better person. You know, you could just accept all your partner's flaws. Me, I want to work on them. I want to work on my flaws too. And I thought if you love me, you'd help me work through my flaws. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But what do I know? You know, what do I know? I'm just crashing out at this point. Intelligent, Quavo, Typhlosion, Rillaboom, Electros. Electros, are you crossed off, my G? Cool. Too cool. Infernape, Tapu Lele, Kyurem Blizay, Frost Lizay. Who is that trainer? First flaw, white. Pretty fucked up, man, don't you think? Don't you think you shouldn't judge me on the basis of my skin color? I'm just saying, dog. Deerling. Where we at up here? Where we at up here? Where we at up here? What the fuck? What is a Deerling doing here? Someone get the... Is Deerling going to be more useful than Sawsbuck? These are crazy times. These are crazy times? No? Well, I just feel like that's kind of problematic thinking. Let's see here. Runarigus. We're back. Yeah. Where we at? Flygon. Delmise. I already crossed off Delmise. I went to school to get a Deerling. That's good. Good for you. I went to school to get a degree. Actual degree. Oh, dude, Sneasel keeps showing the fuck up everywhere. Is that Dunsparce or Dunsparce? What does Larry have? I can't believe I'm asking this stupid question. Which Pokemon would give you GERD if you ate it? Gonna need you to elaborate on what that means. Another Charizard, by the way. Darkrai, Scizor, Sylveon, Leafeon shows up again. Umbreon, Emolga. I fucking hate Grookey and he sucks. What did he do? What? Why? I think he's funny. He's a babe. I don't have Emolga crossed off yet. That was gonna come with time, actually. Thievul? What? I'm in shock. I thought Thievul would be one of the most useless. I didn't know. I am appalled. Oh my clobberonis. I think we have our first Ninjask sighting. That's exciting. Oh, he's already crossed off. Well, he's crossed off there. I don't know what we got Ninjask for. Zoner Boner, Venusaur, Breloom, Amoonguss. Amoonguss has... Yeah, Amoonguss definitely is. Hatterene. Is that Arbok? I'm still lost. I thought... I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I thought it would be Thievul. I thought Nexus is so hyped, dude. Thievul's his guy. That's like his top 5 favorite Pokemon. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Zoroark, Cling Clang? Chorus, I disagree. These are crazy times. These are crazy times. Deoxys, Pawmot, Yveltal. Masharna. Oh my god, dude. Pokemon Masters. You're just bringing out all the weird guys, man. Lance is a Dragonair. That's fascinating. Morpeko. I don't think we have crossed off. Or I think we may have mistakenly crossed it off for Pogo. But now I think it's actually crossed off. Or a Corio. The fact that I'm remembering these things is actually kind of impressive. I'm having myself. Or a Corio. Did we already cross you off? Or Pico's in Go. Yeah, but we didn't see it in the top 50 list. We saw it in that other tier list, which was not legit. I'm gonna assume Oricorio's crossed off, right? Because I can't see it in my. Oh no, it's not. Cool. Yeah, you deserve that. You deserve it. Gengar, Incineroar, Kyurem, Sawsbuck! Wouldn't use a Sawsbuck? That's cute. All right. The Deerling line. I don't know if that was on someone's bingo card. It kind of was on mine. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I'm getting tired of this song. For its 4 forms like Rock? No, because the forms are based on... Oh, wait a second. So the forms are based on if you're able to change it, right? Which you can. But this is Oricorio Sensu. So we do have to take a mental note. 3 Oricorios are left because Oricorio Sensu has a use. But honestly, near the end, I think it's you could change it, but you can't in yeah, you can't change it in Masters. I don't think Oricorio is gonna be the most useful Pokemon. I feel like it's just not. Colossal's crossed off. Lipard. Why does Marnie have a Lipard, Doug? What's she doing with that? Oh, it's already crossed off. Cool. Hippowdon, Girafarig. B- tier. We're almost done all of Masters. Marnie has a Grimmsnarl. Do we have that crossed off? We should. Yeah. It's like the best prankster mon there is. Oh my god, I see a Luxray sighting. I see a Luxray sighting. A lot of these like shitty mid-tier early game mons are getting crossed off here thanks to Masters, I believe. Camerupt again. Ice Cube! You're not even a water type. What the fuck? What the fuck? Ice Cube's crossed off. Bop, bop. Young Goose! Who are these people? Also, not a rock type? Excelgor. Who's this guy? Bro, I'm losing my fucking mind. It's the Reverend with Wheezing Regular. Who I don't think's been crossed off yet. No, it has been. Cool. Then another Houndoom. All right, last tier list for Masters. This is Utility. Who is Uber? Let's be honest. Most useful Pokemon is Piplup, dude. That thing. Wow. That's hate. That is hate. It is Emmett from the subway? I don't know what the fuck that is. Oh, Emmett. I do know what the fuck that is. Is that Is that Sinistgeist or whatever the fuck his name is? Where have you crossed off? Poltergeist. Or no, Sinistra. Sinistra! Oh, and look who's at the top of fucking S plus here, by the way. Annihilate again, by the way. Yo, Igglybuff at S plus is crazy. Shout out Flamigo. Pikachu. Meloetta Aria is crossed off. I'm pretty sure I missed this, but I actually think I did miss this. I'm pretty sure Meloetta is one of the best Pokemon in Pokemon Go. Yeah, I wrote a note to myself. I'm pretty sure Masters rank is like top 15. So I did miss that. Oops. Guzzlord is super high up. That is concerning. That should never be a thing. Munchlax. What the fuck is that thing? Is that shiny Dondozo with its mouth open? He doesn't even get the bitch the fuck up, Joby. What is Joby saying? Oh, flip-flop? Yeah, I guess there's a bit there that I'm not getting. It's fine. Anyway. The Dozo shiny. I repeat, the Dozo shiny. Do we have Munchlax crossed off? We do. That's crazy. That Munchlax has been crossed off multiple times like that. Fortress. Revavroom, I don't think we have crossed off at all. Wait, I see some funny guys here. Lucario, Shiny Ho-Oh, Annihilate, Igglybuff. Do we have Igglybuff crossed off? Because I know... Yeah, we do. Yeah. Suicune, Milotic. Lechonk! What? Dude, Lechonk crossed off, but no Stinkaloin? That's crazy. We're oinking it here. Whimsicott again, Cricketune. Oh my golly gracious. Masters is on a crazy run right now. Eldegoss, Big Boss the Goss. Big Boss the Goss. Had a knee somewhere. I think like Wigglytuff did something during some VGC meta. Okay, in between Darkspawn and Bellybolt, what am I looking at here? It's Bead. What the fuck is that? We can cross off Darkspawn though. Darkspawn. Articuno Galar? I still don't see it. I think you're right. I can kind of see it. It just looks impressionist to me. It just doesn't look real. Claude, Bulu, Lapras, Titan finally gets crossed off. I think Titan was good somewhere else as well. That is a Centiskorch, which is also getting crossed off. Oh my god, dude. Masters is going crazy. Hex. You were crossed off for a while. Is that Knackley? I'm getting ahead of myself. Shiny Gren, Shiinotic. Shiinotic. Oh, Shiinotic. Double Snorlax, Swoobat. Oh my god. We're Swoobat posting. I forgot. I agree with Punkle. I feel like I have these mons I didn't know fucking existed, dude. Sandaconda. Are we dead ass? Sandy Dandy. Alone Eggy, Cress. Mabostiff! Dude, Arvin carrying so many Gen 9 mons on his back. Stack Attacka, Beartic. Where is Beartic? I have you now. Against Grookey. That's crazy. You called it a manifesto. Simisage. All right. All three final evolved monkeys are useful in something. That's good. That's tough. Garbodor, Noctowl. Do we have Noctowl crossed off? Fucking Faulkner has a Noctowl in this game, but not in the actual one. I don't know. Klefki. Klefki definitely has been crossed off, right? Just want to do my due diligence. Yeah, it has. Ampharos, you've been crossed off. You have not? Well, that's crazy. Ampharos is going to get crossed off regardless. Lapras, Prim, Xerneas, Swallow. Let's see it, baby. Where's Swallow at? That's a Swallow fellow right there. Yes, sir. Unknown has only one move via level up. No moves through breeding nor tutoring. You're... In all side games, you played every side game. You know every side game. These are closed-minded thinking. Closed-minded thoughts. Closed-minded thoughts. Chat, we are not about closed-minded thoughts. This is an open-minded chat. Open-minded chat. No closed-minded thoughts. Togepi. We have crossed off. Eevee. Oh my god. So this actually was a mon that I thought would be it. Vespiquen. Vespiquen is crossed off. I thought Vespiquen actually had a contender. I didn't think Vespiquen was in any spin-offs. That's crazy. Greedent. Who's this guy? Gimme Ghoul. Yamper. But not Boltund. I fuck with that heavy. Fuck Boltund. Poltegeist. Altaria, Ninetales, Wigglytuff, Excadrill, Stoutland. Ooh. Stoutland. Ooh. Stoutland. Ooh. Stoutland. Ooh. Where's Mr. Stoutland? Pop, pop. Amoonguss. Oh, I love that ball guy's Amoonguss. That's funny. Togepi. Why the fuck do you have a Togepi? It's not a bug. Cofagrigus again. Barbaracle. That mon definitely has not been crossed off yet. But Binnacle, you're still waiting on the sidelines, my friend. You're still waiting for your chance. Zacian. Appleton. Oh! Cool. So Flapple right now is the only mon from that line that is considered useless by our regards. Yo, is that another Crawdon? Okay. Okay. Professor Oak with an Nidorino. That's cute. Cloyster. There's a Drampa sighting. We're up. We're up. We're back. Very, very happy about Drampa. Big Drampa fanatic here. Celesteela. Virizion again. Ariados. Oh my god. That was definitely on somebody's bingo card. Golbat. Vanillux. Why the fuck does the fighting chick have Vanillux? Vern, rating again? Vern, you're too kind, baby. You're too kind. Welcome to our stream, fellow scientists, fellow raiders. Right now, I'm trying to figure out who the most useless Pokemon is. It is not the most flashy live stream. So if, I don't know, if you're bored, that's fine. You can just go. If you want to know how this all works, look in the description. Right now, I'm going through Pokemon Masters to see, going through their official tier list. Well, it's not really official. And we're crossing off who's useful. Kabutops is useful. Kabuto, though, that's a different story. Evolutions do count, but the reason why, like, so therefore Magikarp is useful because it evolves into Gyarados, but because Pokemon don't evolve in Masters, not all of them, there are some, a very few. So Kabutops, I just crossed off. It's A- tier, but Kabuto, I'm not crossing off because this Kabuto doesn't evolve into a Kabutops. If that makes sense, then we're cool. If it doesn't, you're a lost cause. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're getting fed to the dogs. Go-Goat. Oh my god. Dude, Masters is putting up generational numbers for all the weirdos, dude. Gourgeist, I think we're already crossed off Gourgeist, weirdly enough. I think it was Pogo. Sableye. Big Drudman. Yes. Yes. Drudagon. Yes. Yes. Oh, Big Drudman. Oh my god. Onyx again. Halucha, Cloyster, Mienfoo. You're crossed off. There's no way. This looks complicated. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Obstagoon. It's crazy Obstagoon's taking this long to be crossed off. Chestnut, Samurott again. Regigigas, Arbok again. Shiny Graplocked? What? Swadloon? That's tough. I love Swadloon. Aw. I love Swadloon, bruh. Should male Combi technically be the worst? No. I feel like the different to count gender like that's kind of weird, right? I feel like to say, oh, Combi, but only if male. Like, that's kind of, I don't know. Because you could just breed it and get a female with Ditto, right? Which can then evolve into Vespiquen. Think about it. Think about it. Waltrol being there is crazy. Swadloon, Sizatoad, Meganium is finally off the list. Boom. Boom. Oh my god. Meganium enjoyers, rejoice. We're back. Flareon? Flareon! Flareon's been crossed off. Let's go, Flannery. We aren't? Well, no, because you can breed it. Torkoal? I think Oinkologne? Oink. I'm not calling it Oinkologne. I think Oinkologne sounds funnier. Oinkologne, you're off the list, baby. You're off the list. Eggy, Skarmory, Knackley. Already off the list. That is so funny that Knackley's in this game. Finally, the last. Let's clean up the rest of Masters. We have Lantern. Lantern's very good. That should be crossed off already. Lantern has not been crossed off? What is happening? Oh, Lantern will be crossed off at some point, though, actually. I'm pretty sure. Mesprit, Cobalion, Chingling? Oh, nah. I gotta talk to some people about Pokemon Masters. There's no way, right? There's no way. Deoxys Defense, Roserade, Worm? Oh, damn. Oh, my glob. But I'm pretty sure that's still, only Grass Wormadam. So, we're gonna still count 2 more Wormadams there. Golbat, Mismagius, Swanna? Oh my god! I Swanna die before Zoroark? It's a matter of the order. Oh, no. Wait. Yes, Swanna. That's a Araquanid, Magneton, and is that Wailord? Is that Final Mon Wailord? I think it is. Okay. So, that is all of Pokemon Masters. A lot of weird mons crossed off. I think I will consult a lot more people when it comes to what on this list should be considered viable. I think I'm pretty confident in Uber to A. I think it's just debatable on the B guys, which would get rid of some. I'm not sure how many, but I can watch back the VODs because I am recording all this, which is nice. Is there a stream where you doing this? Yeah, we went through a lot of VGC, Battle Spot, and OU. So I'm going to take Masters and make that blue. Now, I think one thing that I want to do that I find interesting is I want to check out the wonderful world of speedrunning, because I think that is a very easy way to establish if you want to go through the game as fast as possible. Don, Wobbuffet and Why Not should be crossed out because they're both Ubers in Gen 3 and 4. Are they actually? Okay. They're Ubers in Gen 3 and 4. I did not know that. Bop. I mean, these guys are gonna get crossed out eventually, right? Like, there's no way. There's no way. You know? Meganium does evolve in Masters? Woo! Oh, shit. So, what I did was I went through a shit ton of speedruns. A lot. I had one day where I took like 3 hours and documented a bunch of stuff. And we're gonna go through it. So, start with mainline games. A lot of you guys should know this. Nidoking is the best Pokemon for the job. One question I have for anybody, this is the world record currently, by the way. We can go through. They're using Nidoking. One thing I do need to look into, if there's any specific Pokemon that are used as HM employees. I will talk to Pulse about that, my very good friend who's a speedrunning expert in Pokemon. Because if you can catch like any Rattata or anything like that, I think that's fine. But if it's like, no, you specifically need Pidgey, then I will honestly count Pidgey. Speedruns are where things get a little interesting. So, Pokemon Yellow is also Nidoking. I can show this off here. They're using Nidoking. There you go. Gold and Silver, they use the entire Totodile line. Did not want to do that. I'm gargling. I'm erming. But don't quote me on speedrunning. Yeah, I'll look into it myself. This is the current glitchless world record. As you can see, for Alligator, you can see at the bottom, for Alligator is making his way throughout the entire run himself. What's interesting is you go to Crystal. I think this is funny. Once I quantify the usefulness of every Pokemon, for Alligator is not useful in a Crystal speedrun. I'm pretty sure you get the Crocodile, and then you use some sort of RNG manipulation or a radio, I think, to get Raikou. And I think that's kind of funny. I think it's quite humorous. So Crocodile has his time to shine. Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald speedruns, they work the exact same way. You kind of just use the Mudkip line until you find your box art, and then you're good to go. I don't think I really need to show that off. I think we can understand that. Fire Red and Leaf Green, you're using the Blastoise line the entire time. All throughout. I'm pretty sure Water types, which is good for speedruns, because Surf plus Ice Beam is quite the combo. But trust me, these get interesting. So, Diamond and Pearl uses Chimchar. You use Infernape. I guess you also use Bibarel. He's there too. You use Infernape the entire time. Looks like Grass Knot, Flame Wheel. Let's see here. I do need to do a cross-examination of one thing I do need to figure out. I'll put this in my list. Things to check. Earlier gen VGCs we haven't really done. Like Gen 6, Gen 5. There is assists in Pokken. And then there's HM guys in speedruns. So yeah, Infernape's use makes sense. He's really fast. You get the grass fire fighting coverage, which I feel like is pretty freaking good. The only thing that blocks you is like a dragon flying type, which doesn't really exist in this game. So that's tough. Very tough. Very tough indeed. Very tough indeed. Very tough indeed. But then in Platinum, it's actually Empoleon. I don't really know what causes Empoleon to be the best guy for the job, but it does seem to be Empo. Do pick-up mons count as Axiom? We'll get there when we get there. Bro, you use Pluck? What? I've seen Law. Now, Black and White is where things get interesting. Because it is actually the Litleo, the Lillipup line, excuse me, that is used. I believe the reason for this is, you know, obviously because it's good, but also I'm pretty sure that Emboar has that heavy slam animation when it comes down. It does that little dust effect where Stoutland doesn't have that. So I'm pretty sure you use workup and then you just sweep. I mean, we can watch. We can watch a little bit, right? We can watch. Get a little watchy. Get a little watch. Yo, Pidduff taking the dive right now. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. You're guard specking the... What? And you're dead. Oh, it surrounds the team and missed. Yeah, you just start working up. So, Lillipup Lime... actually optimal for a Black and White speedrun. I thought that was interesting. I thought that was actually really interesting. Yes. Yes. Very interesting. Oh, so interesting. So fucking interesting. What are we doing here, sir? I can't explain it to every person that asks. I'm not trying to be rude. Just trying to be straightforward. If you want a nice description, peep the description of what we got going on. Heart Gold Soul Silver uses Quilava and then does the same thing as Crystal, where you just RNG manipulation to get Raikou. So it's another case where when we quantify who's the most useful and useless, Quilava and Cynical get a point, where Typhlosion does not. Black and White 2, kind of similar deal. You get the Pignite and then you use Excadrill for the rest of your run. Is this gonna be a video? Maybe. Maybe. What's going on? Renzi, how you doing, baby? Well, I wish I can show it. Yeah, you can see extra drill at the bottom. You can see big drill man at the bottom. You can see big drill. You can see him drilling. He's drilling all over the place. Look at him. Fucking freak. He's drilling. Which I'm pretty sure we already have those. So X and Y is where shit gets crazy. That's not X and Y. Stop. I'm really gonna fucking be pissed. All right. X and Y is where shit gets crazy. You start off with Chespin. I'm pretty sure the reason you do that is so that your rival gets Greninja, I think. Right? You get Chespin. You also get Bunnelby. You also get Bunnelby. Right? You trade the Bunnelby, which I don't know if I'm counting that as a use. I feel like we already crossed off Bunnelby as it is. I feel like I'm okay with counting that for Bunnelby, honestly. You do catch it. Maybe. I'm not sure. And then you use Cantonian Farfetch'd. You get Quacklin, who is then used for a gym or two. You use Farfetch'd. So I believe Cantonian Farfetch'd is now been crossed off. I'm not sure if anyone was gambling on it. But, hey. I didn't see that coming. At all. And then, what you do is you get Hawlucha. Where's he at? Where's the Lucha? That's too far. You get Hawlucha. That becomes your main guy. You kick Farfetch'd to the curb. And then you get your free Lucario. But you don't Mega Evolve Lucario because the animation takes too long. So you kind of just use Lucario and Hawlucha for the rest of the speedrun. I thought that was fucking fascinating. That's not a point for Ryogonal, because you don't use Riolu. And I think that's crazy. Oras is another scenario where it's Marshtomp, Latios, Groudon, Alpha Sapphire's the same but opposite. Coliseum! This is where it gets crazy. This is Typhlosion plus Espeon. Apparently, the speedrun's really sick. This is my boy Pulse Effect's favorite speedrun for Pokemon. Set up Nuzlocke stuff, nerd shit. I felt like I'm letter bombing my Wii again. Letter bombing? What does that mean? But I think what's really funny about this speedrun is you say, fuck you, Umbreon, which makes sense. I'm not a big Umbreon guy. I think it looks really cool, but beyond that, its kid is like really obnoxious to deal with. And Espeon apparently is that bitch for speedruns. Another really interesting mon, which has already been crossed off, but this is a big like highlight that this Pokemon would normally not get, is for XD speedruns, you rock out with Teddiursa and Espeon. That's because Ursaring is pretty high attack stat, and it is one of the first Pokemon that you can capture. And they make a pretty decent pair. I mean, one's got a high attack stat, one's got a high special attack stat. You can hit where your opponents cannot defend. Sun and Moon. This is me assuming a little bit here, but you pick Popplio and you go Primarina until you get Lunala. This is a Moon speedrun. I can assume it's the same for Solgaleo. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. If we're counting Bunnelby, then we're counting Spearow. Because in Usum, you catch a Spearow in order to trade it for a Hawlucha, and then that becomes your speedrunning mon. Hawlucha's just that goat when it comes to speedrunning, I suppose. But let me see if I can find the trade animation. I think it's before the first trial. I should play Usum. I've never played them. If it makes any Ermers, Sean, happy. I'm pretty sure later in our counting, Spearow will be crossed off regardless. So as you can see, the Spearow is being caught. It's being registered. It's being traded. Usum looks so pretty, man. It's a cool game. It's a cool game. People talk about, oh, Pokemon graphics, they don't try. They were not saying that they're the 3DS era, I feel like. Those games were chugging. Spearow's already crossed off, so it doesn't even fucking matter, idiots. But yeah. Okay, you're not ready for Sword and Shield speedruns. These are fucking crazy. No other speedrun like this. So because of the nature of the wild area, oh. I thought I had a different link. The links are weird on this website. Sometimes they don't work. So the way these speedruns work is you pick Score Bunny. I am not sure if it's Score Bunny's intrinsic value or if it's because of your rival. But you pick Score Bunny. You fuck around. Do we have to consider Zoro a cheese for Ultra Necrozma? Once it gets down to it, I mean, Zoroark's gonna get crossed off because of Unite regardless. But again, I want to do this in a very proper order, you know, because it'll be a lot easier for the video. I don't want to just be like, all right, you know what I'm saying. But I will count Zoroark because that's so interesting, you know. You catch Vulpix, and then I believe you catch Vulpix because it's very easy to find a Firestone. You also catch Minccino. I have no fucking clue what that thing's doing, but that's fine. That's fine. I believe you then find, like, the Firestone, which is just available in the wild, and then you immediately get yourself a Ninetales. And that's why Ninetales is used in this run, and you do the same thing with Cottony and Whimsicott for the second gym. So it's a really weird, interesting speedrun where it's Scorbunny, Ninetales, Whimsicott, and then, obviously, Eternatus. 3 years ago, there was a different strategy. I feel like I need to look into Sword and Shield a little bit more because I know there's weird speedruns regarding the DLC. Oh, look, there's patches. Wow. Do the patches differ? They do. You get Sobble here. Okay, wait a second. We're learning stuff. I need to write this stuff down. Oh, I need to write this stuff down. It's surprisingly good sometimes. I don't think they use it, though, at all. Let's see this real quick. They go Sobble. I'm pretty sure Inteleon's just a good damage dealer. Over, like, 120 special attack, 120 speed, you know? But are we counting forms as separate or what? If you're able to change... So think about it. Think about it systemically when you're playing, or systematically, whatever the word is. Think about it like you're playing a game, right? So if the form you're able to change it on the fly, we're counting it, right? So for example, if it's like freaking, I don't know, who's someone else that we crossed off? There's definitely an example that we did. Necrozma, right? Or I guess it's a bad example. The Calyraxes. I'm pretty sure you can change them whenever. Like Calyrex is useful because you can use it to get Calyrex Ice, you know? And that's fine. So Megas don't count. Megas that, like, if Mega Frostlass, it's regular Frostlass, if that makes sense. Megas do not count separately. It's all one Pokemon. Because sure, regular Mawile is useless, but you can use it to get Mega Mawile. You can use Mega Mawile via catching a Mawile, and that's a use. I'm counting it as a use. I want to go through here and see if Inteleon doesn't really get used at all. It's still Drizzile. Okay. So 1.10, we were just Inteleon posting, it seems. This is fascinating. This is interesting. They have 2 Litwicks in the party. I don't know what those are doing, but sure. Does he use those Litwicks at all? Or they? I don't want to assume. They're just in the box. Cool. Okay, so you just Inteleon post in 1.10. Okay. Neat. I do have to figure out how the DLC operates, though, because that's like... DLC and Sword and Shield speedruns. I think it's a conversation for... Because I don't know why they're not counted or they have their own section on speedrunning.com. But that was kind of weird. But yeah. Inteleon. BDSP! You go from Monferno to Kadabra to then box art. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's a good link. That's a good link there. Okay, okay. Well, trust me on that. You can trust me on that. You can look it up yourself. I'm not making that up. Legends Arceus. I wrote down Cyndaquil. I don't know why I didn't do my research right there. .com Legends Arceus. Made the game trivial. I know, but I haven't seen, like, I don't know, like, I know that's how it works, but we can't just write down Dynamax raids, you know? It's a matter of, like, how does that operate? Who's the best one to get, you know? I believe they just solo the game with Cyndaquil. Which makes sense. I mean, Fire and Ghost is pretty fantastic coverage. Are we gonna see any battles? That is... Why did you send out the Silcoon? Wait, is the speedrunning tech to just lose every battle in... No. Wait, there's more to this than I knew. Why did you catch a Beautifly? I'm Erming. What? What? This song's been going on for way too long. Research points? I guess there's not many battles in this game, huh? There's no battles in this game at all. Or I just skip one. I saw some like particle effect right there. That was a cutscene. It's Dusclops using Will-O-Wisp. Are kind of crazy. I've never watched one. I mean, apparently in my research, I didn't even watch one. This dude's just catching, man. ZA's the Battles game. Probably explain a little bit better than that, probably. Sends out a Vulpix. Alright, I'm seeing more Vulpix propaganda. Oh, it's so cute with the strong style. God damn. Who do you... Chat time! Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, we gotta... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa there. Is that ubiquitous? Do they all use Chatot? Wait, is this a list of all the Mons? No fucking shot. Alright, so they're using Quilava. God, Flint's ancestors are so weird. Where are the fights? I'm Erming. No, I gotta see if Chatot's real. I have to. I see a Staravia evolution. Okay. Okay. This might be like Rangers, where you just use a shit... No, but choke. Okay, this is not... Motham's being sent out? Do you just send out whoever the fuck you want? I see a Chatot. Oh, I'm really scared, guys. I'm really scared. Yes, it's gonna be a video. Whoa. Wait. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out right now. Okay, so here's the guide. The route expects you to complete 39 entries for 700 to 800 points. The remaining 700 are bonus points. The mandatory entries add to up to 28. Meaning you also need to complete 11 optionals. Blue, red. Got it. Starter, Cyndaquil. Deposit Pokeball, start a trial. Okay. Okay. Oh, we're all vibrating. We're vibrating so hard with motion. Dude, what the fuck? Liquilava. Wow. Wait, the Legends Arceus speedrun opens this shit up. Oh my god. Oh. I need to get water. I'm yawning because I'm dehydrated. I'll be right back. These are crazy times we're living in. Quilava's definitely getting their roses for sure. Shinx, that's all you need. Quick attack and die. Fun. Leech. You can just lose. So you're supposed to just lose most of the fights? That's crazy. That's crazy. Carnivine? Now, granted, I'm not counting because I'm not counting all of these Pokemon because they don't technically use them. They just kind of catch them. The Pokemon has to be used in some capacity. Methinks. Or you get a specific use out of them. Because at that point, it's like, well, every Pokemon's useless because you can just use them to complete the dex. An action has to be committed with the Pokemon. That could be a trade, right? Because there's a value in a trade, right? This person's like, I only want this Pokemon for this Pokemon. Therefore, that Pokemon has a use. You can trade it. But, like, I'm not going to count all these Silcoon, Calscoon, whatever, because you have to catch them for the speed run. If you use them, though, that's fine. Paris. You have to catch 4 Paris. Quilava's going crazy right now. Pichu. Psyduck, Baneri. Love Disc is saved? How is Love Disc saved? Quilava. Cleavor. Alright. Evolve Cascoon. Got it. Okay, this is where the Mirelands. Let's see. Evolve Starly. Carnivine. Sure. Versus Coin. Toxicroak. Staravia. Okay. I think Staravia has been crossed off, right? You trade one X and Y to get Steelix before the second badge. Yeah, but that's too arbitrary. How do we prove that Steelix is useful? I know it is, but like, how do you... Everything has to be systematic, right? Like, oh, you could trade it for a great Pokemon, but then anyone can argue any Pokemon's a great Pokemon. And I know that's not true, but where do we draw the line on what's a great Pokemon and what isn't a great Pokemon in a playthrough, right? Love is also used for hard scale farming. I will accept that answer because that's the only thing it can do. We're not there yet. I feel good about me explaining myself with this shit. This has been a good exercise. I just want to make sure the Staraptor line is crossed off. They should be. Okay, they are. That's good. Kill them. To the wall fragment. Okay. This is the guide, by the way. This is ubiquitous. I swear X-Bot was a Gen 3 OU. Really? With those stats? Barbo Shogun, Glass Chance, get Bidoof. Okay, Yama, Pataz, Versa Ursa Luna. It is optimal to use Carnivine in Legends Arceus speedruns. I'm losing my mind. Carnivine has been crossed off. Carnivine has been crossed off. Dustox is crossed off. It seems here that the Wurmple line is completely saved by Legends Arceus speedrunning. Was used in Gen 3 competitive? I swear to fucking God. Guys, he's in RU. Don't ever waste my time ever the fuck again. Which is the lowest one, by the way. Oh no, there is an NU. He's in the same tier as Hypno. Look at his stats. Also, Gaming lied to you? There's a possibility. And Shinx, after your elite dies, go Barrel. Is Barrel crossed off? Oh my God. Bidoof. You catch Bidoof. Does Barrel evolve into Bidoof? Yes. Okay, so Barrel and Bidoof also used in Legends Arceus speedrunning. This is fascinating. Don't waste my time. You stream for up to 5 hours on YouTube, you're already wasting it. Yeah, you're saying I'm wasting my time? No, why'd you delete them? That was I wanted to debate them on that. That was the dumbest thing ever. Yeah, I'm basically wasting my time doing my fucking job. The same way people like when someone works as an accountant, when they go in the office, they're wasting their time. They're wasting their time, you know. Unless you're one of those people that don't understand that these videos come from streams. And to that I say there is a special type of brain damage going around the website. I got another comment today where someone was like, stop streaming, make videos. I'm genuinely concerned. I am genuinely concerned for the masses if they think that I should make more videos and stop streaming. Because it's like, that means you have watched my videos and you think I just edit chat in? Like, I'm perplexed by that. I'm truly perplexed. That's like yo, Martin Scorsese, can you stop filming and start making more movies? Please? That'd be great. That'd be awesome. Like, it's a beautiful type of brain damage. I know it's so... And I want this to really be highlighted as a specific type of me shitting on dumb people because it's so easy online. Oh, dumb people be like... We say that for everything, but this is, like, special. This is special. Because there's just no way. I respect flat earthers more than I respect people that don't understand that my videos come from live streams. Like, at that point, all the signs are there. It's crazy. Oh, I'm sorry you get annoying people like that. Don't be apologized. It doesn't affect me. I still sleep perfectly fine at night, and these people are a huge minimum. But because their crime is so heinous, it gobsmacks me. I am truly perplexed. It's only, like, I think twice now where I've gotten that comment. But the fact that it's more than one actually concerns me. Let's get back to gaming. Just turn out the end result. Dude, just do it in AI. It's easier. Evolve Cascoon. Alright. Where was I now? Cricket dude. It's Legends Arceus. Legends Arceus is going to have all the crazy people. Let's see here. Rhyhorn. Okay. Versus Lilligant. I love all the spelling mistakes. Let's see. Die. Okay, this is where we let off. The party manage. Alright. Beautifly. Growlithe. Vulpix. Glameow. Set evening time. Crazy. Spheal. Togepi. Staravia. Chatot. Duskull. Is there a fight? So it's Quilava in Legends. Not a... I guess Typhlosion doesn't get used, question mark. I should be writing all these down, by the way. Where we at? Quilava. Who else we say? Starly. Staravia. Bidoof. Line. Wurmple line. We're at Vulpix now. This is crazy. Chatot back up. Dustox. Sure. Shellos. I think we just gotta look at the fights. Evolve Shellos before the banded fights. Okay. Abomasnow. Use Vulpix or Quilava. Got it. Toxicroak. Chatot is used. I'm in class on Zoom and watching stream. Dude, fucking... That's rude as shit. Turn off the stream, bro. Pay attention to class. The VODs will be here. Chatot is not useless. That is huge. Gastrodon is got a use. Teddy, Ursa, and Ursaring are using another speedrun, which is crazy. Bro, it's a lecture. That's so mean. That's so fucking mean, dude. That's so mean to your teacher, dog. They're just trying their best, bro. Versus Arcanine. After dodging the first... Oh, that's like, whatever. Let's see here. Versus Adamant. Die. Got it. There's points? What the fuck? I don't really know what to do. Versus worst character, Skuntank. All right, that's another Gastrodon moment. Yamega is used versus Ingo. That's kind of cool. And Yama. That's pretty cool. Gliscor again. Yamega, unless you lived against Tangela, instantly use AP or something. Okay. Gastrodon, Yamega seem like the guys. A lot of Gastrodon, a lot of Yamega. Skuntank, Yamega again. Gastrodon again, that's crazy. Versus Electrode. Okay. Damn, you lose a lot of fights in this game. Jesus. Sneasel used again. Cool. Rhyperior, Memorial, Electivire. Lead lower level Sneasel. You use Sneasel, you use Gastrodon. Haunter gets used. Skuntank gets used. Do we have Skuntank on here? Skuntank. Hey, does that Skuntank evolve from a Stunky? It does not. So specifically for Skuntank, you gotta catch Skuntank in of itself. That sucks. That sucks. This song's a banger. Skunty is in danger. I like that. Are we counting spells like Oyster Dungeon? Yes. All right. Zoroark, Skuntank strikes again. Goodra, Sneasel, Haunter. This is crazy. Gastrodon, Skuntank, Gastrodon again. On a Gardevoir. Sneasel again. Dude, Sneasel's actually weirdly useful too. Haunter again. Died of Snorlax. And then this level 65 Sneasel. Sneasel again. Died of Clefable. Sneasel gets close. Sneasel gets close combat in this game? What the fuck? That's cranked. Sneasel, Haunter. Two Sneasels. And 0 bitches. Have we crossed out Grongus? Alright, well that was Legends ZA. That's crazy. Crazy times in the kingdom. Crazy times in the kingdom for show. Or not Legends ZA, excuse me. Legends Arceus. Scarvy is... This one's pretty famous at this point, I feel like, right? It is, you use Fuecoco, get it to Crocalure, and then you just boss out with Flamigo the entire time. You do use a Halucha for the double battle, but we're Flamigo Gaming. This is Flamigo's thing. This is Flamigo's big claim to fame right here. Is speed runs. Are you counting the Legends Arceus ride Pokemon? Probably not. Because those are like, you know, they don't... That's not real, I feel like. You can make anybody the ride Pokemon. You know, maybe. I'll meditate on it. I'll meditate on it. Legends ZA speedruns are still in their infancy. I did some looking around, and it looked like Heracross was the guy. There's no guides yet, though. Like I said, it's still... It's still churning. I mean, I haven't even seen this game, so I don't fucking... I haven't even played this game, rather. But every clip I've seen, it looks like Heracross. Yeah, it looks like you're just using Heracross the entire fucking time. Which makes sense. That's like totally a speedrunning mon, right? You get him so early in most games. And he just obliterates people. I'll probably have to do a more thorough job, but I don't feel like doing that on stream. No, do I, you know. This song is not copyrighted. I keep mistaking it for a song that is. Lysander Labs. This place looks cool. These are pretty cool bananas. You just roll the entire game. Wait, Absol sighting! You do use Absol. Things are getting spicy. Absol has a use. There was an Absol on my screen. I saw him. I saw him. He was real. You look at them dancing up there. They're going so fast. Let me see. Let me see. Ah, fuck. Why did I do that? I think Plusle does have a video on the ZA speedrun. Are you referring to like Plusle the Pokemon as a speedrun where it's used? What star do they pick? I hope it's Tepig. Fuck. It's Totodile. Shit. Pulse Effect's not Plusle. Ooh, I will have to watch that. That makes sense. They probably do have that. But they probably have it like really early on in the game's lifespan, you know? But it's still good data. Data's data, you know? Wow, yo, I already know this tutorial definitely long as a bitch, bro. What the fuck? Oh my god, modern Pokemon, bro. Yeah, I'll definitely have to do like a more thorough breakdown of this. I think in my own time. I don't want to do it on stream because it's like so boring. It's so boring. All right, now we're getting to the real crazy stuff. You see Stadium 1? People only use rentals. I have already made a list of all the Pokemon that are used, which includes Cloyster, Starmie, Jinx, Kabutops, again. No Kabuto, though, because you can't evolve it. Articuno, Moltres, Nidoking, Tentacruel, Jolteon, Zapdos, Electro, Gengar, Persian, I believe, can finally get crossed off. Which is nice. That is tough. Vaporeon, Abra, and Diglett. The reason for that is you choose and cycle between a bunch of different rental teams, and as you can see, I list all the mons that were listed here. So I think depending on the cup or whatever the challenge is, you pick one of these teams. And mons like Diglett and Abra are actually pretty solid because their movesets are crazy. Right. Diglett and Abla are for Little Cup. They're not even for Little Cup. I'm telling you, they're literally just level 50. They are used in the regular speedrun. You weren't trying to spread false information. You were just trying to rationalize the crazy information that you saw on your screen. And that's okay. But you need to understand that you're not correct. I can find the Diglett. We're seeing the Persian get love. Where is the Diglett? Where is he? Is that the Diglett team? Nah, it's Kabutop's team. I'm telling you, they're somewhere in here. Who's the bookie's favorite at the moment? I don't know what that means. All that bad moves is stats. You have to find the best ones in trash cans. Maybe. But all the shit talking isn't Kamek. Dude, fuck that bitch, Kamek. You're kind of right, though. It's definitely not Kamek. There's definitely a Diglett clip in here. I'm telling you. Maybe there's not. No, but they do use Diglett. I will put my life on the line. But I'm having a hard time right now because I'm really fucking hungry. This song kind of a banger, bro. Tekken music goes crazy. What is the most useless spin to pattern? The bald one. Because you kind of just got rid of the whole point, right? Alright, we're gonna find the guide. Let me find the guide. Whoa. See, on the guide, it says it. It says it. It's real! See, they use Diglett. They use Diglett. Team 5. Team 5. It's right there. It's right there. Do they not use Abra anymore? No, I saw him. I saw him. Yeah, there's Abra on Team 4. See? Oh, you can't see it. Right there, right there. Abra, Diglett. Boom, 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 boom. I think I am. This is gonna be like a we pop in a quickie, you know, because I am really hungry and I'm kind of tired. So I think I'm just gonna like have a nice, classy 2-hour stream. But before we end it here, I want to look back at the work that we've done and see who's still kind of left on the roster. In Gen 1, I'm gonna be honest, one Mon that was on my docket was the Sandshrew line. I know he's like a fan favorite, but I did think the Sandshrew line would be still here. Oddish and Paris line are still here as well. Ekans, Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Rattata. The Bellsprout line, which is kind of crazy. Ponyta line, that kind of makes sense. Doduo line, I already know my head some of these are gonna be gone. Grimer line, Drowsy line, Hitmonlee and Chan still here. Goldeen, that's actually a top contender, I think. Mr. Mine's still here, actually. But I feel like he'll definitely be crossed off because I know stuff. Lediba line, Spinarak, Chinchou, Natu line, Mareep, Flaffy. These guys are going to be crossed off soon, don't worry. Blossom, Apom, Sunkern, Sunflora, Yam. We still have a lot to go. Unknown, Quillfish, Snubble, Slugma, Corsola, Remoraid, Octillery, Delibird, Mantine, Houndour, Smoochum, Stantler, Gen 3, Poochyena, Mightyena, Zigzagoon, Linoon. Did that... Okay, so they called that run, actually. Wait. That Legends Arceus run, they called it the Beautifly route. They didn't use Beautifly. Slug my balls. You got me. You got me, man. You fucking... You did it. You did it, you crazy guy. They called it Beautifly route. Have you been tapping the Battle Revolution yet? I mean, I can... We can do it real quick if you want to. You know. I don't think you ever use Beautifly. Why is it called the Beautifly route? I'm erming my mind right now, bro. I don't know. I guess Silcoon and Beautifly are still here. I'd have to do more research on that. Zigzagoon, Linoone, Poochyena, Mightyena, the C-Dot line, Talo itself, Surskit line, Slackoff line, Whismur line. There's a lot here. Skitty line. Sorry, it was my boob. Aeron line, but not Aaron himself. Plusle mine and Volby Illumise. Carvana. Spoink, Grumpig, Spinda. Cacnea line. Zang. Oh my god, Gen 3's got a lot of fucking dudes. Shuppet. Tropius is still there. No. No. Castform. Chimecho, but Chingling is free. That's hysterical. Clamperl Boys. Relicanth, Luvdisc. Gen 4 doesn't really have that much left. Shinx, Luxio. Cranidos. Actually, I'm pretty sure... Luxio is used, I'm pretty sure, on this thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, no, Luxio is fine. Luxio and Shinx are saved by, any percent for... What's it called? Yup. For Legends Arceus. And Shinx gets used. Okay, beautiful. I just assumed. Kricketot! Kratos, Rampardos. Maybe that will stay. Burmy! One Wormadam. Motham. Even though we saw... I just need to look at the Legends Arceus more, I think. Thorough investigation of Legends speedrun. Bam, 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 bam. Hanscrow is still there. That fucking sucks. Stunky, Glameow line, Mime Jr., Bonsly, Finneon, Luminion, Mantike. I think everyone. Yamega. I'm doing a really shitty job of crossing this off. They straight up said Yama and Yamega were used in the speedrun. So Yama and Yamega are fine. That takes care of all the evolutions of Gen 4 that are like at the back of the decks. Besides Magmortar, that's pitiful. And Fion, who's a top contender, I think. Oh my god, the Chespin line has been untouched. Well, no. Chespin we saw was used in Gen 6 speedruns. So it's quoted in Chestnut. Maybe they'll find their day. I definitely missed them in Masters, I feel like. I might have to check that again. Patrat, Watchog, Pre-Evolved Monkeys, Muna, Pit of Tranquil, Blitzel, Woobat, Aldino, Sawaddle, Sawkthrow, the whole Scolipede line, crazy, Basculin, Darmanitan, and Darumaka is also a PSMD speedrun, that's true. Maractus, Dwebble and Crustle, the Fossils, Trubbish, Zera, and Zoroark, Chinchino, Minchino, Ducklet. Damn, there's a lot. I mean, you guys are probably already looking at this and know that some of these are going to get crossed off in the future, but it's interesting. It's interesting to see that Carnivine's actually used in speedruns. Like, I did not think that would happen. It's fascinating, almost. Gen 7 has a lot crossed off for sure. Kamala's still there. Minior, Bruxish. Set these guys. Yeah. We're narrowing it down. It's gonna be a little bit. Monkey Dory's still on the board. Anything could happen. But anyway, I am gonna eat my dinner and probably just take it easy for the rest of the night because I'm fucking tired. Kind of sad with myself. I wanted to film more for my next video today, but I didn't end up doing that. So that kind of sucks. But anyway, y'all take care. You little sluts. Have a great summer, you fucks. And always remember, you deserve to be loved. I'm gonna be fucking out this bitch. Probably will not be live again tomorrow unless I'm bored and want to be productive around like 5 p.m. Then I'll be live again. But I'll see y'all.